So what is this notification means? A notification is one kind of design pattern we can call as a observer design patterns. By using these notifications, we can trigger certain action. So basically the notifications are classified into two types. One is going to call local notification, which are going to fire locally. And another one is going to call as a remote notification. Those are can be called as Apple push notification services, APNS. So APNS is entered different from other. Let's go with the local notification first. Looks like same, just few things are changed. So local notification in the sense on certain kind of events like alarm event or the date and time events, or if you are if on certain time, or if you are location based, if I reach to this specific location, then triggering the events, like so many things are there. So basically the notifications are two types. So those notifications are local and remote. A remote is different. First we will look out the local notification. So what is mean the local notification means? That is system level. So with your system, you will try to register something which is going to trigger upon a particular action. That action can be the device time and date, or it can be something location based, or it can be certain events also. Like 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 I'm receiving some information inside the app, on that one I can give a notification. So what is the difference between the notification center and the notification means? Notification center will use internally inside the app without user interaction. So it's not informing to the user. When you are working with the user notification centers, I'm passing the notification within the app itself, and user doesn't know that something is happening. But in actual notification, we are going to send the user can see what I'm sending. That is local notifications type. So local notification can be triggered based on certain things like date and time or reason or some kind of location. If you reach some kind of settings, you can do on that one. So only 5 steps will be there when you are working with the local notification. One is going to call permission. Let me local notifications. So it can be based on date and time. It can be based on location, or based on any specific action. So based on any kind of specific like date and time component, or the based on the location, or based on specific action, if you want to give a alert to the end user or the badge, then you can use. So the people can ask that, sir, why we have to give alert to the user? We have alert view controller, right? See, the notification will trigger even though your phone is locked, but alert can't be triggered if phone is locked. If app is there in the background, alert will not trigger. So even though application is a background, or even though what is going to call, even though the application is a background, or even though your device is a lock, you can pass the notifications to the user. So when you are implementing the local notification, we have only 5 steps. In simple 5 steps, we can trigger the notification. That 5 step, the first step we are going to call as a permission. First, you have to ask the permission to the user that I'm able to, I'm able to pass the notification or not. So we have to tell that first permission you have to ask. So on so application want to pass the notifications to you. And the second one is creating a notification center. Again, we have to create notification center. But this notification center is different from the previous notification center what we used previously. But looks like similar concepts, okay? Now, third step is that create a trigger. That means when you want to, when you want to trigger the event, or when you want to trigger the notification. So you have to set up this particular thing. Third step. So step 1, ask for permission. Step 2, create the notification content. And step 3, create the notification trigger. And fourth step, create the request. Create the request. And finally, just register the request. So in 5 steps, you can do the local notifications. So ask the permission, create the notification content, and create the notification trigger, and create the request. Then finally register the request. Automatically it will trigger on particular events. So when that particular event is occur, automatically it is going to trigger that particular event. Okay, let's see how to implement a local notification. How to create a local notification in the app after 10 seconds or after certain time from the user point of view. Okay, now create a new project. Single view application, UI local notification, or simply write down local notification. Again, UI means it will translate. Done.
Yes, sir.
So these are the steps. Go to the view controller directly, and view did load I am writing. Why view did load means once only. Once only I want to write. If I am writing in view will appear every time, it will trigger. So if you don't have the requirement like that, don't do that. So ask for permission. Let me pass this data to you. File.com. Right? Done. Can we start? Come to the step number 1. First, we have to ask the permission. You remember when we are working with location services also, we take the permission from the user. Okay. So first import the user notifications framework. Okay. Import the user notification framework. Then let center equals to un. It's changed from 8. user notification center dot current. UN stands for user notification. So that is NS notification. That is different. That is different framework. This is different framework. That is for internal communication purpose. This is the external communication with the system itself. So let center equal to UN user notification center UN user notification center default. Okay. So when any notification is arrived to the system, that notification, one second guys. One second. Let me respond to this email. Okay. So just we are going to trigger a notification first. Then standard notification has some kind of, if you're aware of the iPhone, it will give you a sound, depends on the user setting, right? If user is there in silent mode, then it is going to give a simple, just drop down, and it can give you a number, like this app has a notification, like it's a different kind of behavior is there. So when you are going to come to the notification request, you have to tell that what kind of request you are doing. Center dot request authorization. Okay, and you have to send the options. So what are those options? It can be alert, it can be sound, it can be, these are three types of alert. It will give you system alert. Sound depends on what device setting is there. Badge means it shows a number, it shows the number. Okay, then completion handler, you may say granted. If user is granted, you will get no. If user is granted the permission, you will get this one. If user is not granted the permission, error. If there is an error, you remember when the user disable the when the user is disable the location permissions, we went to the settings, right? Similar kind of here you can go on error. We can show app setting page. You can land on the app setting page where user can explicitly allow the notification, because sometimes if you disable the notification, go to the setting and enable it. Okay, this is step one, which gives you authorization request first. Okay, now next, content creation. Content creation means what you are passing that one. Okay, let content equals to UN, again user notification mutable notification content. Mutable means it allows to modify. So if you go to the content, it has attachments. Okay, it has a badge, it has a body, it has a category identifier, it has a launch images, it has a sound, it has subtitle, it has a title, it has a user info. So whatever you want to pass, you may pass. Okay, now next. So after content, just give that content dot title equals to hey, it's from local notification. It's it's a notification. Title, you can set anything. After title, content dot body equals to. You can give the body. Right? If you need attachment, you can send the attachment. You can do whatever. Maybe. Just I'm going to close like this. Let me check content dot attachment equals to. Let me identify what kind of attachments I can send. URL type. Hmm. Let me identify any URL I can get, maybe image. Small image from any services. Image. Let me find any icon. I'm not sure it works. Let's check this one. Let's see. Okay, let's take this attachment. Let's see. I'm not sure it will work or not. Let's copy this one. I'm doing now. Okay, we need attachment. We have attachment. UN notification. This is something UN notification attachment. UN notification attachment. Identifier. Not sure what's that image. URL. URL with the string. I'm passing this URL. And option I'm passing empty. Okay. Let's see it works or not. Let's check later. Okay. Or else we can do some other thing also, like if let image equals to your image your I love the content type. Let's see, keep it like this. Keep it like this. If it is not works, then we can pass an image. So next, okay, just force it. Just give the identifier. It's this. It can throw attachment equals to try. Attachment equals to try. If it is possible, pass this attachment. That's it. And this attachment. Okay. So step 2 is over. Content is ready. Then third one, when to trigger. After launching the app, 10 seconds. After launching the app, 10 seconds, it has to be triggered, right? Let date equals to or trigger time equals to whatever it may be. So date, it gives you current date, adding time interval of another 10 seconds. So on launch plus next 10 seconds. Okay, but this notifications are required calendar components actually. So calendar component means year, date, everything, month, year, minute, everything. Every component is required. Let equals to, let date components equals to, just split this component into the corresponding data. Calendar dot current dot date component. So dot year dot month dot day dot hour dot minutes dot seconds. 10 seconds I given, it's sufficient from this particular date. So it is getting the particular date component when to trigger. Okay, so it is a calendar component. Let trigger equals to, now fire that trigger. So I know that when to fire a notification. So just we have to trigger it. UN calendar notification trigger. Okay, UN calendar notification trigger. You have to send that when you want to trigger on a particular date matching. What is that? Date component. Repeat. If you want to repeat again and again, I don't want to repeat false.